సౌండ్ చేయొద్దు నువ్వు.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు.
ఓం అజ్ఞానతిమిరాంధస్య జ్ఞానాంజనశలాకయా చక్షురున్మిలితం యేన తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. శ్రీచైతన్యమనోభీష్టం స్థాపితం యేన భూతలే స్వయం రూపకదా మह्यं దదాతి స్వపదాంతికం. వందేహం శ్రీగురో శ్రీయుతపదకమలం శ్రీగురూన్ వైష్ణవాంశ్చ. శ్రీరూపం సాగ్రజాతం సహగణ రఘునాథాన్వితం తం సజీవం సాద్వైతం సావధూతం పరిజన సహితం కృష్ణ చైతన్య దేవం శ్రీరాధా కృష్ణ పాదాన్ సహగణ లలితా శ్రీ విశాఖాన్వితాంశ్చ. హే కృష్ణ కరుణా సింధో దీనబంధో జగత్పతే గోపేశ గోపికా కాంత రాధా కాంత నమోస్తుతే. తప్త కాంచన గౌరాంగీ రాధే వృందావనేశ్వరి వృషభానుసుతే దేవి ప్రణమామి హరిప్రియే. వాంఛా కల్పతరుభ్యశ్చ కృపా సింధుభ్య ఏవ చ పతితానాం పావనేభ్యో వైష్ణవేభ్యో నమో నమః. నమో విష్ణుపాదాయ కృష్ణప్రేష్టాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతే భక్తి వేదాంత స్వామిన్నితి నామినే. నమస్తే సారస్వతి దేవే గౌరవాణి ప్రచారిణే నిర్విశేష శూన్యవాది పాశ్చాత్య దేశతారిణే. జై శ్రీ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభు నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత గదాధర శివాసాది గౌర భక్త వృంద. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. Hare Krishna, welcome to all of you for today's Mādhurya Kādambinī discussions. Actually, today we have to finish. It should be the last class, but it cannot be, because we have even more than 8-9% syllabus is still remaining, because last Sunday and Saturday I missed the classes. So because of that, some backlog will be there. Let us see. So once all the students they come, so we'll try to plan out, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, maybe some 2 days we'll be having the extra classes. Otherwise, running hurry, it is very difficult for me, so I cannot cover by hurry. So anyway, we have Bhakti Sandarbha classes from 6:30 to 8. Then maybe after 8:30 to 9:30, 1 hour. So if we do faithfully, we can finish within 3 days, 8:30 to 9 evening time. So I need some extra time. So because next Saturday onwards, I should start new course. So that's essentials of the Vedanta Sutra. So that's why we cannot wait till next Saturday and Sunday. So maybe from tomorrow and day after tomorrow and after that, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, every day if we take 1 hour, 8:30 to 9:30 after Bhakti Sandarbha class, that means Indian time, IST. So it will be easy. So I can also peacefully complete. Okay, Ramchandran Prabhu. I think it is, yeah. Okay. Yesterday we discussed Bhava. Bhava Bhakti is also known as Rati. It is Sthai Bhava. In Bhava, we are awarded with the relationship, a particular special relationship. What relationship we aspire and we did the Raganuga Bhakti. So based upon that, so we'll be getting the Bhava. That means it is self-manifesting. Bhava is nothing but it is the budding stage of getting the spiritual form, spiritual body. Otherwise, Bhava is also compared with the flower of, it's a flower of, so devotional creeper, bhakti creeper. And Asakti is bud, and Bhava is the flower. And Prema is the fruit. So today we are going to discuss about the fruit of bhakti creeper. We started our journey with the bija, the seed. Now we reached to fruit. That is nothing but the prema. So everyone, they sow seeds just to get the fruits actually. So now we are going to get the fruit. And about the Bhava Bhakti also we discussed several things. So this Bhava is also based upon the relationship. It can be 5 types: Shanta, Shantarati, Dasyarati, Sakhyarati, Vatsalyarati, and Madhuryarati. Like that, it is 5. And this is Sthai Bhava. And this is the basic component. It is needed actually. And after this, so we need other Vibhava, Anubhava, and Sanchari Bhavas to produce the rasa. When this Bhava matures, then it turns into the form of Prema actually. In the Bhava actually stage, it is a flower. Just to know about the Bhava, we should always remember the analogy. So what analogy is given? That's a flower. So when one is awarded with this Bhava, when a Bhava manifests in the heart, so it's nothing but flower, it having some kind of attractiveness. Flowers, they can attract. It attracts the Krishna actually, Bhava. Because of the aroma coming from that flower, attracts Krishna. So that means the devotee in whose heart Bhava appeared, so by the devotee, Krishna is attracted. By the devotee means by his Bhava. So that's why that devotee is also getting so various kinds of that means not directly seeing the entire form, but the vrittis, the sensual vrittis. So they are experiencing. Vrittis means functions of the antakarana. So we have the majorly every sense is having its own vritti in antakarana. Means when you smell any object, there is a vritti is formed related to that smell in the antakarana. So what I want to say, these vrittis related to the 5 senses are experiencing the Lord's form, Lord's speech, Lord's aroma, that means from his smell and so on. So bhava bhakta experiences. But now rasa is produced? No. To produce rasa, actually, that bhava has to be mature. He will not get any rasa actually. So the full extent rasa, of course, rasa, devotional rasa, bhakti rasa. It is there from the day one also, but really out of the relationship, the real manifestation, full manifestation of rasa happens in the stage of the prema only. When that flower turns into the fruit and in that fruit is ripened nicely, then one can taste the rasa. And when you eat that trunk of the tree or the leaves of the tree, maybe some fraction of rasa is there also. Like if you take a mango tree, when the small plant, that means from the mango seed, when the leaves are coming out, you may taste that leaves. There also some kind of rasa is there, but it is very pungent. What is it? Not pungent. Vagaraga untadi. What is the name? But the smell and also some kind of traces you can find. But real bhakti rasa, that means real rasa from the tree, when you will get, when the plant grows bigger and get the many leaves and a lot of flowers, and that flowers are turning into the fruit, when that fruit is ripened, then you will get the rasa. So similarly, we'll get the real bhakti rasa when we reach to the prema actually. So Ashtamya Amrita Vrishti, this 8th Vrishti will be starting now. So peacefully we can go because we have time. And it is also a big Vrishti, is it? A big shower of nectar. I am sharing the screen now. I feel more convenient with actually Devanagari script, Sanskrit. One second. अथ तस्याः एव भक्तिकल्पवल्याः साधनाभिक्ये ये पूर्वं 2 पत्रिके लक्षिते इदानीं ततः अति चिक्वणानि तादृश श्रवणकीर्तनादिमयानि भावकुसुम samlagnani anubhavabhidhanani bahuni patrani sahaseva avirbhuya kshane kshane dyotayanti yanyeva bhavakusumam parinamam prapayya punah tadeva premabhidhana falatvam amanayanti. So initially there were two leaves. From that seed of the devotion, two leaves came out. Those two leaves' name is sadhana bhakti. One is Kleshagni, another is Subhada. They names of those two leaves. And those two leaves, so then slowly the plant is growing, that creeper, Bhakti Lata. The first two leaves of sadhana bhakti visible on the wish-fulfilling vine of devotion work described before. That means these two leaves, sadhana bhakti, is described actually. It is having the how many stages? It is having bhajana kriya, anartha nivritti, nishta, ruchi, asakti. These are the various stages of the sadhana bhakti. And yes, that those two leaves are described. Those two leaves, that means kleshagni means anartha nivritti is nothing but all the kleshas. So sukrutota, dushkrutota, aparadota, anarthota, bhaktyutta. So like this, different kleshas, how they are destroyed, and also the various good qualities, manifestation of the good qualities. So these two things we discussed. So then after that, bhava. So once we reached the bhava, and that when we reached the bhava, so then what happened? Bhava is compared with the flowers of that creeper. And also, bhava is appearing. That means different anubhavas also appear. But those are all in a very lighter manner. What is anubhava? Anubhava means, so you understood yesterday I discussed vibhava, anubhava, sanchari. Anubhava means various kinds of the effects, that means which are coming out once the bhava appeared, like example, crying, or sometimes laughing, screaming, dancing. All these are all known as anubhavas. So these anubhavas are also compared with various different kinds of the smooth, tender leaves of that creeper. And bhava is compared with the flower. So now in the tree, how many leaves are there? Thousands and thousands of leaves are there. Bahuni patrani sahasaiva avirbhuya kshane kshane dhyotayanti yanyeva bhava kusumam parinamam prapayya punah. That means now that bhakti creeper is very beautifully decorated. It is having many kinds of the leaves. Leaves of what? Anubhavas. And also flowers are compared with bhava. It means rati. Now punaha tadeva prema abhidhana falatvam anayanti. So now that tree is very beautiful, that flowers are turning into fruits. And fruits are appearing, then it will be looking even more beautiful. Kincha ascharya charyayam ascharya charyayam bhakti kalpavalli This bhakti creeper is so beautiful actually, so inconceivable. It is very surprising tree. This is surprising creeper. This is generally what happens once the flowers are coming or the leaves are coming, fruits are coming. So then what will happen? The beauty of the tree changes. That means all the leaves are falling down and the tree's beauty changes. But here in this Bhakti Lata creeper, all the leaves are eternally existing. That means whatever the sadhana bhakti time, Kleshagni and Subhada came, those two leaves are out. Are they falling out from that creeper? No. Kleshagni Subhada is also existing in the stage of the prema also. Those leaves are as it is, they appear there also. So that's why in the Bhakti Rasam Sindhu we read Kleshagni Subhada, these two leaves still existing. And also so Moksha Laguta, Krit and Sudurlabha, these two leaves we have seen. Once that flower, the beautiful flower appeared in the tree, so because of that beauty, one will get the pleasure. Because of that pleasure, for him, liberation looks very insignificant. And also, this is that devotee understand that. So getting the Krishna prema or otherwise getting this bhava is not so easy. Sudurlabha. This also he realized. So anyway, so this creeper is not tree, this creeper, Bhakti Lata means creeper. This creeper is always looks fresh and beautiful. So Kalpavalli yasyaha patrastavaka pushpa falani prapta parnanye api swaswarupam atyajayanti. Even flowers are coming, but it is getting the different leaves. That means anubhavas. But still that means old leaves are ripening and falling out and finishing the different kinds of the changes. That happens in the normal tree, but not in this tree. Navanavanyeva sahaiva sarvani vibrajante. That means always they look fresh and beautiful. So that's why the nature of this wish-fulfilling wine of bhakti is so astonishing that when its leaves, it clusters of birds, its flowers and its fruits. But its birds are the asakti, flowers are bhava, fruits are prema, attain maturity. They don't lose their original form, but continue to shine together in newer and newer ways. Those all are existing. That means on the tree, birds also there, and also flowers also there, and various fruits also there. That Bhakti Lata. That means new birds and new flowers, fruits are keep on coming. That means bhava, one may ask, bhava is only one flower or many flowers? It is many flowers. It's not one flower actually. Because in the bhava, he'll be experiencing varieties actually. Varieties means not that Vatsalya and now Madhurya and not like that. But even in the each rati, there are the variegatedness is there. There are a lot of variegatedness. So that's why they keep on looking fresh and beautiful and more decorated way. So, but Gopijan, yes.
Prabhuji, I could understand when we say the buds, many buds will be there, many
Yes.
flowers will be there, because many points of asakti and the bhavas will be there. But fruits, there will be many fruits, or there will be only one fruit? Because that's a
Many.
prema.
Prema fruit also many are there.
Oh, that means how can we understand? Is it a mellow of fruit, or how?
Like, so mango tree is having the mango fruits only, but only one fruit or many? Many fruits.
Yeah.
Mango tree will not give the pineapple fruit, or it will not give the pomegranate fruit. So that's why whoever is having the particular bhava, so he will be getting that means same kind of the fruits, but those are all various actually, many. So many fruits keep on coming.
What I understood, prema means either vatsalya prema or sakya prema, or this category. So
Yes.
that means there will be different categories of vatsalya and mādhurya, and or how can I comprehend?
There is stages. Even in the prema also, there are so many stages. Yeah. Prema is not a one stage actually. Sneha, pranaya, so and so, like this. Like that, even a fruit is coming, but body turns into the flower, flower turns into first pinde, into small.
Yeah.
And
So
next after that is growing, and it's growing, and it's growing, it's ripening. So like that, even in that flower turns into the fruit, it is not just turning into one stage. It is also growing. No? So like this, many stages are there. And also many fruits from the tree.
yeah.
But we all are same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mean to say that categorization of the prema, as you said, pranaya, viraha, all that will be the different varieties of the fruits?
Not varieties, different stages of the fruit. Before becoming the ripened fruit, it is having the.
So the ripened fruit will be one, or ripened fruit will be many?
It can be many, no? Because many flowers are there, many fruits become. Many buds are there. So because what happens, because the devotee is keep on cultivating that bhakti lata. So when you keep on cultivating the bhakti lata, so you are not getting only one fruit actually. So it keep on gives the fruits.
Okay, I thought fruit means one mellow. I mean, I thought the fruit is either sakya mellow or vatsalya mellow or prema.
Like that, mango tree means mango fruits. The sakya trees,
okay,
that's one mellow.
So but only in that sakya there will be different final revisions. Maybe I will understand when we fully go to chapter. Yeah.
So that means whoever is doing the Vatsalya Rasa, Vatsalya Prema, if they have, so they are not relishing only one pleasure. No, even in that also many varieties are there. Okay, in the friendship you will fight. In the friendship you will. Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes. Thank you. It's unlimited actually. Each rasa is having the unlimitedness. Yeah. Next, tatascha asya bhakta janasyatma. Sanskrit means best. So here, tatascha asya bhaktajanasya atmiya gruhavittadishu shatasahasrasho bhavatyo yas chittavrittayaha mamata rajjubhihi teshu teshu nibaddha eva पूर्वम आसन ता एव चित्तवृत्तिः सर्वाः एव ततः ततः अवहेलयैव उन्मोच्य स्वशक्त्या मायिकीरपि ताः महारसकूपस्पृश्यमान पदार्थ मात्राणीव साकार ज्योतिमयीकृत्य ताभिरेव ममताभिः सर्वाभिः ततस्ततः विचिताभिः स्वशक्त्यैव तथा भूतीकृताभिः श्री भगवत् रूप नाम माधुर्येषु यो निबध्नाति सोऽयं प्रेम महाकिरणं किरणमालीव उदयिष्यमाण एव निखिल पुरुषार्थ नक्षत्र मंडलीः सहसैव विलापयति. It's very poetic way he wrote. So when we doing this sadhana bhakti, at that time, what is happening? There are so many chitta vrittis. Chitta vrittis means functions of heart. What is the functions of heart? These I will explain now. So chitta vrittis, various functions of the heart, or otherwise thoughts. Functions of heart is nothing but what? Various kinds of the thoughts otherwise. So these thoughts are tied up with what? These thoughts are fully absorbed. These thoughts are absorbed in what? In the atmiya gruha vittadishu. That means in the self, that means in his body, related to the body, wife, children, and wealth, and so on. So all the functions of the heart, that means chitta vritti, all the thoughts are tied up in the body, related to the body, wife, house, children, wealth, so and so. So those are all tied up in these thoughts. With what? With mamata. That means mine. Mamata means mine. Those are all the rope. What is the rope? Mamata is the rope. With that rope, all these thoughts are tied up with the family, relatives, friends, wealth, and so on. This is the point. Therefore, the tendency of a devotee's heart, which was previously in hundreds and thousands of ways, which was previously our heart, devotee's heart was previously in hundreds and thousands of ways bound by the rope of possessiveness to his body, bodily relations, home, wealth, and so on. In the sadhana stage, it is like that. So that's why we are seeing so we generally people are engrossed in the different kinds of the family affairs. Srotavyadini Rajendra and Runam Santi Sahasasha. There are so many things. I will do this. That means since they have attachment for the wife, children, family, and so on. So there are so many kinds of the vrittis. Vrittis means those are thoughts or plans and so on. So all these thought, thinking, or planning, or whatever, all these are all the chitta vrittis, thousands of chitta vrittis. They are all tied up with this family, so and so, with the rope of what? What is the rope? Rope is mamata, mine. Now, what happens with this prema? Gopijan bro. Unmute it, please.
I'm sorry, it was, I did not lower it. There is nothing.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Now, what happens is now, as a result of prema, when prema appears in the heart, easily released from its worldly attachments, and just as any object that is submerged in a well of great nectar becomes saturated with that nectar, these tendencies, though material. Actually, now, anyway, this line, what it is said, what we are having, chitta vrittis are there. Next, family and related things related to the family. And next, what is the mamata? Mamata is the rope. Chitta vrittis, rope is the mamata, that is. And next, these chitta vrittis are tied with what? With the family and so on, so worldly things. Now, when prema appears, what prema does? Prema. So, by that prema, what will happen? That means bhakti. By the bhakti, all these chitta vrittis, even those are all material, they are all out of the modes. But by the prema, so all those chitta vrittis are transformed into the spiritual, actually. Our heart, as much as we do the devotion, it is transformed into even it is material. It means mind, intelligence, false ego, and actually what are the heart means what? Heart means the chitta. What is the chitta? Then you can understand. That is awareness, actually. Chitta is a cause for the awareness. So chitta, next ahankara, mana, mind, and intelligence. All together is known as antakaranas. All these are transformed as much as one does bhakti into spiritual. That means all these chitta vrittis are, these all together known as chitta in a general language, and their functions are known as chitta vrittis, function of intelligence, function of the mind, function of the ego, and function of the chitta. These are all having various functions. Mind, what it does, mind always feel, and intelligence, what it will do, it will make the discrimination. So when you say chitta vrittis means all these. So all together 4 also known as chitta. In that 4, chitta is also there, but still 4 are known as chitta in simple language. So chitta vrittis means what? So function of intelligence, function of the mind, function of the ego, and function of chitta, all. What is this? If you want to know, then you study the 3rd canto, 26th chapter. Very detailedly explained by Kapila Bhagavan. What are the functions of the mind? All functions of these are known as chittavrittis. These were material initially. As much as we do devotion, so those are all becoming spiritual. So when one reached the prema stage, those all the functions of the chitta are becoming spiritual actually. So chitta vrittis became spiritual. And so next mamatadibihi sarvabihi tataha vichitabihi. And mamata means possessiveness, mind, mamata. This is also diverged. When one is not in the prema stage, so this mamata is so much diverged. He is also mine, this is also mine, this is also mine, my house, my father, this, that. This kind of, that means mamata, possessiveness is also distributed into on many things. So initially, now when prema appears, so what prema does? Vichitabihi swashakyaiva tatha bhuti kritabihi swa bhagavat rupa nama guna mādhuryeshu yah nibadnati soyam prema. Then prema, what it does? This prema will tie all the functions of the chitta with what? This tie, all the functions of the chitta are tied to the Shravana Kirtana. That means Sri Bhagavan. Ena anta sound chestavu. Sri Bhagavad Rupa Nama Guna Madhuryeshu. Sri Bhagavad Rupa Nama Guna Madhuryeshu Nibadnati. That means now all the functions of the chitta are tied to what? To the Lord's names, form, qualities, and also his pastimes. All the sweet pastimes and souls. By whom? By the prema. With what? With the rope. What rope? With the rope of mamata. That mamata, only same mamata. That mamata is also transcendentalized. Tadha bhuti kritabihi. Mamata is also is transcendental, is transcendentalized, spiritualized otherwise. So that means simple words, what Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying, that now he will be attached for the Lord's names, forms, and so on. And this prema mahakirana maliva. So bhava is compared with what? Bhava is compared with the rays of the sun. And prema is compared with sun itself. The sun who is having the many rays. So when the prema appears, then what will happen? Yeah, all the functions of the chitta are tied with the forms and so on, with the rope of mamata, which are diverged possessiveness. Mamata means eva nikila purushartha. At that time when this sun appears, what happens? In the night time, you will be seeing so many stars. But when sun appears, all stars are invisible. All stars are nothing but what? Are the dharma, artha, kama, moksha. All this immediately disappear. And only the one, that is the sun. So now you see here, bhavartha. And just as any object, so I will study from the beginning. Thereafter, the tendency of devotee's heart, which was previously in hundreds and thousands of ways bound by the rope of possessiveness to his body, bodily relations, home, wealth, and so on, is now, as a result of prema, easily released from its worldly attachments. And just as any object that is submerged in a well of great nectar becomes saturated with that nectar, these tendencies. That means all these thoughts are spiritualized, I said. No? That means all the functions of the chitta are spiritualized. Example is given. When you keep, so like some sugar, so with the sugar, if you syrup and if you keep some object in that, it will become completely sweet. The same way, when all these thoughts, all the functions of the chitta, so they are now, because of the devotion, they are now engaged, they are soaking, they are soaked in the rasa, prema rasa. So those completely now fully becoming so transcendental. Before they were out of the modes, all the functions of the chitta were. Now they are completely spiritualized through the prema. Before that also they started, that means turning into spiritual. Now they are fully spiritual. And those functions of the chitta are tied to Lord's beautiful form, name, and so on. That means what it means. He always thinking Lord's names, form, different qualities, and also different pastimes of the Lord. Previously, how it was, he was always thinking, planning for things to get to maintain for the body and all the things related to that body, like wife, house, children, and so on. Previously, thoughts were like. And in the prema, when prema appeared, those became completely transcendental. So that means mamata is the rope. That means now he will be fully attached himself with the Lord's name, form, and so on. But for the sadhaka, so not like that. He is not fully absorbed in the loving. That means he is not fully absorbed in the name, form, and so on. No. That means we might be thinking some time for this, some planning for the body, for the family, for the children, wife, so on and so on. Now completely released, all the functions of the chitta are released from all these things. And no botheration about the anything actually, even for about the body also. So this is the stage. And all when sun like prema appears, so then what will happen? Completely invisible actually. Other dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So next, phala bhutasyasya yaha swadhyam. फलभूतस्यास्य यः स्वाद्यमानो रसः सा सांद्रानंद विशेषात्मा रसस्य परम पौष्टिकी शक्तिः श्रीकृष्णाकर्षिणी इत्युच्यते. So now, bhakti provided fruit. In that fruit, juice is there. That fruit is completely juicy. That juice is nothing but what? It is nothing but that means is the dense pleasure actually. Sandrananda Vishesha. The dense pleasure. Sandra means dense. Ananda means pleasure. Vishesha means special. A special dense pleasure. And in that rasa, there is a Shakti is there. Parama Paushtiki Shakti. That means, so nourishing power is there in that. So what is that? So then what is that? That is Sri Krishna Karshini. Parama Paushtiki Shakti Sri Krishna Karshini. The delectable rasa of this fruit of prema is Sandrananda Visheshatma, is condensed superlative pleasure. And the supremely nourishing potency of this rasa is known as capable of. That means nourishing means what? So nourishing power, this bhakti is, so that fruit is having the nourishing power. So what kind of nourishing power it is having? So that nourishing power is nothing but Sri Krishna Krishna. That means that fruit so is meant for whom? So whatever love a devotee is having is meant for whom? That's meant for who is the object of that love. That's Krishna is the object of that love. That means that love is meant for Krishna. So that means devotee is the lover and Krishna is beloved. So devotee is loving, he is having the love. That means that prema, rasa, is having some special power that attracts Krishna. That power is known as, is nothing but what? Sri Krishna Karshini. That prema rasa is having the power of attracting Krishna. And yeah, in the flower, flower and the fruit, what is the difference? Flower is also having some attraction, some smell also. You can see the smell, whatever fruit is having the same smell, you can see in the flower also. But taste is not same actually. Real taste we get. But compared to the leaves, flower is best actually. Compared to the birds, flower is best. Compared to the birds, so leaves, sorry, compared to the leaves, bird, and compared to the bird, flowers, compared to flowers, fruits are more relishable actually. So, but you can find some kind of traces in the before things also, before to the fruit also. In the flower, you can see the some good shape and also good smell and so on. So, yeah. But it's not like fruit, but some extent. Similarly, even lesser in the birds and even lesser in the leaves. So, 1 second. So, the delectable rasa of the fruit of prema is Sandrananda Visheshatma, and supremely nourishing potency of this rasa is known as Krishna Karshini, Sri Krishna Karshini. A devotee beginning to delight in this rasa immediately becomes intoxicated by it and is no longer concerned for any obstacle. So, this rasa actually is is giving such a pleasure, a devotee beginning to delight in this rasa immediately becomes intoxicated by it. When one loves, so of course he's giving love to someone, and he also relishes. He also relishes that love. Beloved also relishes. Lover also relishes. Okay. So when one relish this prema rasa, the devotee become intoxicated, unmattaha. So then by it is no longer concerned for any obstacle. Then further, for in his case, so arabhyamana eva vignan na ganayanti. He never count any kind of obstacle. For him, nothing is obstacle. So what else can be said? In this condition, he loses all sense of self. That means he never bother about himself. Arey, my kaisa jeev, how I can live? Where is my authority is not good. There is no security for my life. If I get disease, how I can live? All are finished. Example is given, Mahasuraha Bhatahaiva. A powerful, a fighter. So a violent warrior becomes fully absorbed in battle. Actually, he never think about his body. Maybe if it is chopped by this knife, this sword, what will happen to me? He never thinks. Never think. And immediately jump into the war and he'll be fighting without any concern for his own self. Like this prema bhakta is completely absorbed in that prema rasa. He's being intoxicated by that. An example, one more example is given as a thief. Taskaraiva. That means atyavesha lupta vicharaha. That means he is completely, a thief is completely absorbed in stealing. So he having a lot of greed to secure the money or whatever treasure. Then what will happen? He will lose all the discrimination and anything, any hesitation. That means swatmanamapi na avekshate. That means he never sees who and what. That means, oh, this is poor man's house, or maybe this money is needed for these people. They hard-earned money and it is need for them. By that money, they may do the operation for his mother. Will he think any compassion? And I should not steal here. Will he think? No. He forget everything. And only he is in the mood of stealing. So, and also he never care about any kind of, someone may catch, what will happen? No. Just because he's fully absorbed in the greed of stealing that wealth. So the prema bhakta is also not bothering about his own self, and so that no obstacle is there for him. Kimcha ratrim dinam eva pratikshanam apyavahnimaya vahni vahniyamanais chaturvidaihi paramaswadubhir aparimitair annairapi durapashamaniya yadi kachit kshuda sambhavet tat sadrishya utkantaya surya iva tapayan tatkala eva spurtyai आविर्भावितानि भगवत रूप गुण माधुर्यान् अपराण्यास्वाद विषयीकरन् कारयन् कोटि चंद्र इव शिशिरयति. So poetical. Poetical. The devotees longing to meet with Bhagavan is like an insatiable hunger that persists even after feasting day and night on endless quantities of the most delectable foodstuffs of the four varieties. So now this Premi Bhakta is so much Utkantaha. Utkantaha means is excited. Is so much excited. So of seeing or directly seeing the Krishna. Seeing Krishna. It is compared with this quench of for seeing Krishna is compared with what? If someone is, that means devotee is longing to meet with Bhagavan. That means he wants to meet Lord. Because so once the prema appeared, so he wants to meet Lord. And that the desire or that kind of quench, utkantata, how it is like an insatiable hunger that persists even after. That means even after, that means someone has such a hunger, even after feeding him day and night with endless quantities, unlimited quantities of all four kinds of the foodstuffs. That means leha, chusya, and so on so. Chaturvida. Bhojanam. So four kinds of the foodstuffs. So even if it is not satisfied, his hunger is not satisfied. So same way, this devotee is also having so much eagerness to meet the Lord. This eagerness burns within him like the blazing sun. That means that separation, that eagerness, he is not able to meet the Lord now. So that meeting is not there because of that separation. He is feeling so much pain in the heart. So that is burning. That pain burns within him like a blazing sun. But then at that very moment, a spurti manifests, cooling him like millions of moons. That means one side he is tasting the prema rasa. He is getting the bliss, and that bliss is like a soothing, like how moonlight soothes the person, and it pleases, otherwise it pleases. Moonlight pleases, and that means same at a time, sun and moon. He is very different condition, this Premi Bhakta's condition. one side he is feeling the separation, and he's so much eagerness he's having. And since he is not able to meet the Lord, so he is feeling pain in the heart. Another side, he is also getting this prema rasa, and he is getting the bliss. So then who is winning actually? Bliss is winning, or otherwise pain? And he delights in the endless beauty, qualities, sweetness of Bhagavan. So that means this Premi Bhakta is always remembering names, forms. He's all the functions of the chitta are tied to those. And he is relishing the sweetness of the all those. At the stage of prema, the devotee burns in separation from the Bhagavan and is simultaneously cooled by a spurti of him. That means spurti means what here? He is feeling Krishna. It's not just a feeling like us. That's why the word spurti is given. It is, he is experiencing also. But a direct meeting is not happening. Like in the bhava also, he is seeing the face and he is seeing, hearing the voice of the Lord and so on so. That is spurti. But direct meeting, like how we meet each other, like that, no. That is not happening. That's why he is feeling pain. So this is the very special, that means very astonishing nature of prema. Pain and pleasure, both. Then what will happen? Yugapadeva swadharam adbhutoyam prema uditya chayasmin ishadapi. Anyway, this astonishing prema simultaneously magnifies the contrary experiences of burning in separation and being cooled by the sweetness of spurti. When it makes its appearance in its reservoir, and when it develops slightly, the devotee is scorched by the fiercely blazing arrow of his intense and relentless craving to directly meet Bhagavan. So he will be craving. So he is very much feeling pain to meet the Lord. The intensity of his eagerness is such that means now this eagerness increases, and the pain is increasing. Eagerness increasing means pain is also increasing. Eagerness to meet the Lord increasing means pain also is increasing, and then pain dominates the pleasure whatever he is getting by sweet names, forms, and the pastimes of the Lord. So now who is winner? Pain is the winner. Eagerness, the pain coming out of the eagerness is winner. So that means Lord's form, pastimes, they are no longer satisfying him. In this stage of discontent, he then can appear to the Premi Bhakta to be like a dark, dried up well. His own house like a thorny jungle. And even taking a meagre amount of foodstuff feels like a mighty assault. Then how he feels about the other things? This Premi Bhakta in this stage, how he feels about the wife, children, and so on. So that is explained. That means he is not satisfied by the sweetness of the in-laws' names, forms, qualities, and so on. And for him, this all the relatives, family members, house, how it looks? Nirudakanda kupa, andakupa eva. Bhavanamapi kantaka vanam. It is looking like a dried up well, dark dried up well. All the relatives and relations, how they are looking. Like if you see a dried up dark well, okay. It is very dangerous. No one will be ready to look into that and go near to that. They run away. People go away from that. For him also, family and relatives are like that. Bhavanamapi Kantaka Vanam. Even his palace or his beautiful house looks like a thorn forest. Yatkinchit Yatkinchanapyavaharopi praharo mahaneva sajjana kritam prashamsa api sarpadamsha. So sajjana krita prashamsa, if someone is appreciating him, he feels that it is like a snake bite. Prashamsa api sarpadamsha eva. Pratyahika krutya kartavyamapi mattavyameva. Anga pratyanganapi mahabhara eva. So all these everyday day-to-day activities, they are looking like death for him. And all his bodily limbs and sublimbs, all the limbs, they are becoming burden for him. And whatever that means consoling, that means our relatives and so on, so whatever they console, they try to console him. It looks like a poison. So whenever that means in the his awakening stage, it is like how it is in awakening stage, how he will be feeling. It is the ocean of pain. And also the sleep. So how it is? It is like destroyer of the life. Sleep. And he feels that holding this body is like a punishment given by the Lord. And whatever that is inhaling and exhaling, this looks like useless. Why we have to inhale and exhale? What else to speak? So whatever the nice things were there previously before becoming Premi Bhakta, whatever is very nice and beautiful and is favorite for him, now it became completely rejectable for him. Completely. They are all looking like a big, so dangerous calamity for them. They looks like that. So even the thinking of the Lord always make his heart into pieces, because he's feeling separation. He's feeling separation and he's feeling, so he's eager to meet the Lord because of that pain. If he thinks, then immediately his heart breaks into pieces. So this is the stage of prema, explained by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti. Okay, I will end here today's class. Tomorrow we'll continue 8:30 to 9:30, 1 hour, like that 3 days, and we'll finish all. Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Ananta koti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanand. Hari Hari.
Yes, Venugopal Prabhu ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Prabhupada.